What is going on, y'all? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, KetoBodybuilding.com, and I got a little rant of sorts to talk about. So I'm not really the reaction video type of guy. I'm not really the rant kind of guy that just plays on the controversial topics and just the hype of negativity. I don't like that format, but I saw something the other day that kind of frustrated me. All right, so there's another natural bodybuilder, one whom I have competed with, whom I respect fully as a natural bodybuilder. He's got a great physique. He puts out a ton of great content, a lot of exercise technique and form videos. He's helping a lot of people. So I don't want to, this is not a personal attack towards him at all. But one of the things that he was saying is that he believes that there is too much attention put towards the types of foods you're consuming, that's not necessary, that people talk about that because they're just trying to sound smart. And he basically distilled it down and said, look, if you're eating at a surplus, you'll build muscle. If you're eating at a deficit, you'll lose weight. You don't have to get fancy with your foods. And he even highlighted the fact that he got super shredded, which he did, eating Reese's peanut butter cups. And I get it. I get that it can be very frustrating to see all these talking heads on the internet, focusing and fixating on things that don't move the needle that much. I also get frustrated when I see people majoring in the minors. Like, you're not where you want to be compositionally speaking because you're not wearing your blue light blocking glasses correctly. Like, that is not the case, all right? But when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to the foods you eat, I don't necessarily think that putting out there to the public that eating Reese's peanut butter cups is the way to go either. I have always tried to really focus on the quality of the nutrition that I consume. And yes, I am somewhat biased in that I follow a ketogenic approach. I've made the keto bricks. I make a packaged food. But I always prioritize the quality of that nutrition and ideally where that food comes from. And yes, you can lose weight eating at a deficit. People have lost weight and gotten leaner eating nothing but Twinkies. But to suggest that that is what is fine or totally appropriate is just misguided information that it can mislead a lot of people. I think from a ketogenic standpoint, honestly, not even from a ketogenic standpoint, just from a lifestyle standpoint, if you are in a deficit and you are only having so many calories to work with, it makes sense that you would try to prioritize the most nutrient-dense source of those calories that you possibly can. If you're at a massive surplus, you can get a little bit sloppier with it because you're probably going to make all the necessary micronutrients come into the picture, amino acids come to the picture, all that good stuff if you're eating at a surplus. But if you're at a deficit, to me, intuitively speaking and common sense-wise, it makes sense that you would want to prioritize the most nutrient-dense foods you can if you've only got so many calories to work with so that you're not giving your body any shortages. And sorry to say it, but Reese's peanut butter cups and candy and Pop-Tarts are probably not your best option for nutrient-dense food. To take it one step further, you vote with your dollar. How you spend your money shows what your priorities are. How you spend your money towards food is going to dictate what builds prominence. You can be supporting your local farmer and rancher and homesteader, or you can be supporting, big food and all these massive conglomerations that, are not in your best interest to try to make you healthier. And for me, being someone who is passionate about knowing the food that I'm consuming, knowing that it's the highest quality food, but also taking it one step further, knowing where that food came from, I think that just makes the most sense. It builds a better environment. It builds a better basis for pouring into your community, pouring into the health of not only your body, but those close to you and the planet at large. I'm proud to say that most of the meat that I consume, which therefore means most of the food that I consume, is all stuff that I've hunted, I've raised, or I've sourced from local farmers and ranchers that I know personally and know how they fed their animals, and those animals were given a good life eating quality food. So That kind of just rubbed me wrong a little bit. There's a lot of people in the bro dieting, evidence-based community that just fixate on the calorie consumption without any thought given towards the nutrient density or the sourcing of that food, if it's regenerative, if it was sustainable, if it was done right. And I just encourage all of y'all to try and pursue doing things right in life. And that's where I'm going to leave that one.